Welcome back. My name is Beverly Popek, and I'm a Supervising Compliance Officer with the Office of Labor Standards Enforcement, City and County of San Francisco. Our office is here to help you understand your labor compliance requirements. This is the Fair Chance Ordinance Employer Toolkit Video 2, initiating a background check after a conditional job offer is made. Before we get started, we highly recommend that you watch the FCO overview video first. This video is a part of a series, so I'm welcoming you back because you've seen the first video. Please watch the videos in order, and then it makes better sense for this process. In addition, please print the presentation slides so you can follow along and take notes. And at the very bottom here, we have a link to our FCO website where you can also find our Fair Chance Ordinance Employer Toolkit. A link to the FCO Employer Toolkit can also be found near to the video links that you got here. Video 2, this video will look at this highlighted section here in yellow where you have the option to conduct a background check after a conditional job offer is made. And it's an optional part of the hiring process, but if you would like to do this, you must follow a compliant employment process as specified under the Fair Chance Ordinance. If you do not want to conduct a background check, that is completely fine. It is not required, and you are okay to just hire, promote, and proceed with your hiring or promotion process. Initiating a background check. After a conditional offer of employment has been made, you may conduct a background check. And to make a conditional job offer, you must provide the following components: a letter, an authorization form allowing authorization for you to run a background check, and the Fair Chance Ordinance notice. This is information about what your letter should include. You should include information that clarifies that the job offer is contingent of the background report findings. And number 2, you must list the 7 categories that may not be considered from the background report. These 7 items are listed here on the slide. This is where having a printed version really helps. In addition, you can find this information on our website, the Fair Chance Ordinance website, in the Fair Chance Ordinance itself, and of course, our Employer Toolkit. Number 3, please make sure that your letter includes information that the applicant understands that if the background report leads to revoking the job offer, the applicant will have at least 7 business days to submit the following. And before I get to the following, if you want to allow the applicant to have more than 7 days, you can certainly change that and do that. The Fair Chance Ordinance requires at least 7 business days. And what can the applicant submit to you? Information that says that maybe there's an inaccuracy with the background findings or report, and perhaps information about rehabilitation or any mitigating circumstances that they'd like to share with you before you make the next decision or take the next step in your employment process. This is a sample conditional offer of employment and notice of conviction background check as we provide in the FCO Employer Toolkit. Basically, just fill in the blank. And if, as I said, you wanted to give more than 7 days for an applicant to provide information, you can change that information in this document. The lower half looks like this. Please refer to this document in your toolkit documents. And at the very bottom, remember that you must enclose the following. Number 1, the authorization for a background check. It's required by the U.S. Fair Credit Reporting Act and the California Investigative Consumer Reporting Agencies Act. And of course, the San Francisco Fair Chance Ordinance notice. You can get a copy of this notice on our FCO website. Background check review. Once a background check comes back, the question is, are there issues with the background report that leads to revoking the job offer? If the answer is no, you may continue with the hiring process and perhaps hire or promote. If the answer is yes, then you must take the required steps to comply with the Fair Chance Ordinance, and there are no automatic rejections. In other words, if a report comes back and anything is on the report, you cannot automatically decide to reject and revoke the job offer. You must go through the next steps as part of the compliant process as required under the Fair Chance Ordinance. So this brings us to our conclusion of video 2. Please watch video 3 so you can understand after the background report how to complete individualized assessment and perhaps reassessments and the process. This last slide has contact information about the Fair Chance Ordinance unit at the Office of Labor Standards Enforcement. Please feel free to contact us by email or call us, and look forward to seeing you on video 3.